Monday, we text out a code. We've moved Maker Monday this week to tomorrow.
Yes.
It's a whole thing, but
it's a whole thing. Well,
we love our makers. We want to highlight them, so we send out a 10% off code. You could use it on this new amazing quick code.
That's right. I know a question that we're probably going to get, which is because you're as excited as we are about this product.
Yes, they are.
I can feel it from here.
Yep.
All right, I can feel it from here. Where can they get this product? How do they get this product?
Yeah.
Where do they go buy it?
Alumilite.com. Alumilite.com.
The .com page.
That is the only space right now. We're calling this one exclusive. Before the end of the year, hopefully craft stores.
That's right.
Your Michaels, your Hobby Lobbies. We don't know. We're going to have to see how it does. It was the same with Amazing Deep Pour.
That's right.
You guys crushed that, and it was everywhere. So keep that in mind for this.
But if you're as excited as we are about it, then head to Alumilite.com. Get it while you can on there.
Yep.
That's where it's at. The sizes that we are offering, this is a confusing thing, so I want to be very clear about this. Right here.
Would you like me to take over mixing?
You know what? I think that's mixed up and ready for you to go. You want to glove up and get ready?
Sure.
This is a 1 gallon kit. It's 2 half gallons. So I just want to make that clear. When you buy a 1 gallon kit on the website, you get 2 half gallons that together equals 1 gallon. So we have 1 gallon kits. We have 32 ounce kits as well. And then we have 16 ounce kits as well. So those are the 3 sizes you can get. If you want to stock up, grab those gallons. If you're just feeling a little nervous and you want to test it, I understand. 8 ounce, 32 ounce, whatever you're feeling. 16 or 32.
All right, Matt just let me know YouTube Live is up. We had a little trouble there. So YouTube, if you're here, hello.
YouTube.
Welcome. We are talking about our new amazing quick coat, doing some demos here. Jordan, is this all for me?
Yeah, that's all for you.
Okay, I'm going to add some glitter, which I know is your least favorite thing.
It is. Look, I'm not against people using glitter in their projects. I love that people use glitter in their projects. I just don't like
finding it everywhere in your shop.
Everywhere for 5 months in the shop.
What I want to know from people is how much glitter should I add?
Ooh.
I'm going to leave it up to the
too
people.
Much glitter? Maybe put it right there so they can.
I'm going to leave it here. The whole thing is full. Let's let people get a little.
Give them a chance to chime in here.
People, we're moving you right here.
Here we go. I'm measuring out my own.
People are so excited, which is just making me excited.
Right?
I got a lot of glitter and all caps, so that just sounds like a lot to me. I do have to get moving on this. That just gave me permission to add a lot.
Do it. Holy cow! How much was that?
All of it. Just kidding.
Big fan. Big fan.
Let's see, I've never coated a tumbler live. I've also only ever coated a tumbler like twice. So Tumbler pros, forgive me now.
Be gracious.
Forgive me.
Be kind.
I'm sorry, I am no pro, but I also want to show you how quick this is and how much it works. So, thank you. I'm sorry. Every other
Here's the thing.
forgiveness I may ask for, I'm doing it now. I'm going to use a lot more than you should. I'm just going to really own up to that now.
Go for it.
You got
You're
it.
not going to do anything wrong.
You got it. Oh, you already turned it on for me.
I already turned it on for you. There's plastic down there.
Perfect.
It's going to look great. I did a little, kind of like a spacey theme.
You did. You did a great job.
I'm a big space guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big NASA head.
You are. We talk a lot about space.
Yeah. I watched the Mars rover landing live. I'm kind of like to that level of
As
depth.
you should. That's history in the making. I am adjusting this here so
people
get a little
can see
of both this and
incredible. All right, so Tay is doing that tumbler. It's going to look fantastic. While she's doing that, I'll let y'all watch that very clearly. I'm mixing up another really small batch here, and I've got a piece of walnut in front of me, just a scrap piece of walnut that was from a different project. Because here's the thing, if you're a crafter and you're doing tumblers and you're doing very thin castings, this is a great product for it, fantastic, very happy for you. But there's another type of person out there.
There is. Not everyone's a tumbler person.
Not everyone's a tumbler person. I'm not a tumbler person. I think they're incredible. That's just not my game.
Not your game.
Not my game.
That's all right.
But there are a bunch of woodworkers out there who could use this to seal wood, to seal blanks, to get going, to do their pours.
And it's so quick, they can just get right to it.
That's right.
I do have a question coming in.
Yeah.
People are noticing we're not wearing respirators.
Ah, yes.
This is a low VOC product.
That's right.
We are also in a giant shop right now, so we have great ventilation.
Correct.
If you do not, then we would recommend wearing a respirator.
Absolutely.
Safety first always. Definitely gloves and glasses. Long sleeves if you got them.
We got them, so we're wearing them.
And then keep in mind the old respirator depending on your work situation.
Wow, that glitter looks really good.
Doesn't it? It's extra spacey.
Yeah, like I don't like glitter, but that was the right call.
You can have this when
Good
I'm
call.
done.
I get that?
Yep.
Fantastic.
I
I'm so
hope
happy.
no one's yelling at me in the comments because I can't see them. Couple more questions coming through while
Sure.
you mix.
Yes.
Can this be used in molds? And can this be used in a pressure pot?
Great question. Yes, it can be used in molds, no question. You
got it.
I've poured it in molds as well, but I pushed the limits of this too. So I did like a 2-inch casting in a mold. Yeah, it was filled with bubbles.
Yep.
I went over the recommended depth, so that was a part of it.
Did you have shrinkage?
I didn't have any shrinkage issues per se. I didn't fill up the mold entirely with a larger mold, so I can't really say that.
It was great.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I would definitely say that the exotherm, especially if you're pouring something with that much mass, is going to be much higher than you want it to be. So, but yes, it works with silicone. So if you're doing like bookmarks or anything, right?
They are.
People are doing bookmarks, perfect, right? Thin, small, wide, also, you know, in silicone, no problem there whatsoever. So works perfectly in silicone. And then what was the other question?
Pressure pot.
Pressure pot. Yes, you can absolutely use this in a pressure pot. Excuse me. The thing you have to keep in mind, though, is time. So you don't have a lot of time before this stuff starts to gel and it starts to cure, right? You have 15 minutes of open time, maybe.
Yep.
So if you're used to working with a urethane, let's say like clear slow, you're used to that time frame.
Yes.
You're used to 12
But not
minutes,
if you're used
7
to
minutes.
Amazing Clear Cast.
You're used to Amazing Clear Cast, you're used to that extra time. So this one, you're just going to feel a little bit more, urgency. You know what I mean?
I've got some extra. I'm going to grab a mold.
Oh, yeah.
While we're turning over here.
Great call. Your tumbler looks fantastic. I'm going to switch, and I'm going to do a little bit of a sealing project for y'all here. Let's make sure that this is on camera for everybody. But I'm just going to go directly on. Come with me, Instagram. Come on over.
Thank you. Oh, careful,
What's up?
careful.
Did I almost sleeve it?
You might have.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm not worried about your sweatshirt.
You're worried about the
I'm worried
tumbler.
about the tumbler.
Fair enough. So I got a piece of walnut here. I've mixed up just 2 ounces, nothing crazy on the volume here. And then I've scraped the stick and done the whole kit in the caboodle. Kobe. And then I'm just going to look at this. Bam. Pour it right on top of that. Even leave some extra. No problem. Then I'm just spreading it over the wood with my hands. This is exactly what I would do if it was in like a mold box or something like that. In fact, I did this in a mold box for some upcoming content that we're going to have.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Everybody's getting a sneak peek if you're joining us on the live today. So, yeah, you can see here, all I'm doing is just kind of using my hand to brush on this epoxy. And I'm putting it directly onto the wood, even though, I'm not sure how dry this wood is. It's pretty dry, all things considered.
But you're not going to get a foaming like you would with clear slow.
No. This is an epoxy, right? So the downside of epoxy for doing a lot of woodworking was it takes forever, it feels like, to cure. Because
24 hours is a long time.
24 hours feels like an eternity sometimes. So this is really an antidote to that. So if you wanted to seal up wood for a blank, if you wanted to seal up wood for a river table, great. Do it in the morning. Give it 4 hours. Let it get tack-free.
Incredible.
And then get going.
And you're on your way.
You're on your way again.
Perfect.
So, and you don't have to deal with the foaming either. This isn't going to foam. In 4 hours, this is going to look like that.
It looks right now?
Yeah,
you can't go wrong. Do you have any extra? You can add it to my coaster.
Ooh, I do.
Because we're going to see what a coaster... I'll post this in the comments after.
I'm going to have to...
Oh, sorry, Matt. It's probably hidden from the close-up cam.
It's all good.
But I want to send you guys a picture of this afterwards so you can see what it looks like in a coaster, on a tumbler, and sealing wood. It might be tomorrow when you get those pictures.
Hey.
Because we want to give you the full tack-free product itself. Our tumbler is spinning strong over here. Projects are looking good.
Projects are looking great.
I'm going to dig through for some questions. So if you've got any, send them now because those were the demos we had. So get in here with your questions.
Ooh.
I'm going to take off my glasses. I'm fogging up over
I know,
here.
right? There's definitely There's definitely stuff on the Instagrams.
All right, I'll handle the stuff.
I'm so excited. Yeah, while Taylor's doing that, tomorrow look out on YouTube, probably looking at maybe after the 5 p.m. time or so. I'm going to post that science video that talks about the epoxies, that compares them to each other.
All right, tomorrow night when you guys get home from work, sit on the couch, flip on that TV, stream that YouTube video.
And watch me make a fool of myself. No.
It's actually a really good one. Lots of laughs over here.
Lots of goofs and spoofs. We're
People
having a good time.
are wondering about the smell, and have I got a story for you?
Oh.
It's so hard to say if you're going to notice the smell. I cannot tell you, person on Facebook, person on Instagram, human out in the ether. And that is because noticing a smell is entirely dependent on what chemicals you as a human are sensitive to. So for this one, I can smell that we're using epoxy. Hardly. It doesn't make me want to leave the room. And to some people with our regular Amazing Clear Cast, they can't stand the smell. They have to leave the room. They can't be around it. They might have an allergic reaction, which is really unfortunate. But that's not the same for everyone.
It is different.
You can't smell anything right now.
Not a thing.
Matt, can you smell this? Matt can smell it.
Matt can smell it. So there you go.
It's different for everyone. So all of you asking, if you've had a reaction to one of our other epoxies, proceed with caution. Always.
Always.
If you've noticed a smell, again, I can't say if you will or will not. I do notice a faint one here, but
yeah, I got nothing. It really is. It's such a person-to-person thing.
Yes.
And that's because, as many people know who are working with epoxy who've had negative reactions to it, you have a negative reaction, and then some other people never wear a respirator, which, never wear gloves. Makes us
definitely
nervous.
wear gloves always.
Right.
Eye protection always.
Always that stuff. But they don't have reactions to it. So it is a personal thing as well. If anybody says, oh, you should be fine, well, be aware of that. If anybody says you're definitely going to get hurt, well, be aware of that too.
Yes.
It is a person-to-person basis.
Yes.
And the horror stories are true, and the non-horror stories are true.
The success stories are true.
Absolutely.
It just depends on who you are. So take every advice you get from us and otherwise with a grain of salt. We obviously have your best interest in mind.
That's right.
So do people trying to warn you. Keep that in mind with everything you hear. Got some questions coming in.
Yeah.
Vacuum, degasser, degassing, not a degasser. The vacuum.
The vacuum.
Degasses the resin.
That's correct.
How would that work with quick coat?
Got it. So if you think about the spectrum of viscosity, right? So how viscous is this? And you imagine Amazing Deep Pores on one side, which if you don't know, Amazing Deep Pore, our deep pore epoxy, is very, very thin, like water thin, right? It's very easy to use, easy to mix. If you have your thicker epoxies that you've tried to mix before, I would say that this on that kind of viscosity spectrum falls into the medium viscosity, right?
Okay.
I can actually look it up. I can't remember off the dome how many, what is the centipoise?
Centipoise?
Yes. It is. You can look that up. But it's like a medium viscosity. It's like a regular epoxy is what you would think about this, right? It's not going to feel any thicker or different to you.
Sure.
So if you think about how that's going to work in degassing situations, it's not going to be awesome, right? Because degassing resin in a vacuum chamber usually is pretty difficult in and of itself.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Not the best route, I would say. Now, add on top of that, the fact that you don't have the 45 minutes that you're used to having with other epoxies.
Yikes.
You only have 15 minutes. Means that degassing this in a vacuum chamber is definitely possible, but you are adding a lot of stress on yourself and a lot of time crunch. So in this situation, I would do thin coating torch or alcohol mist or heat gun, whatever makes sense for you air release wise. Or if you're trying to use something to get like absolutely crystal clear, then I would go pressure pot and try to get it in there within time, and make sure you leave it in the pressure pot all the way through the open time.
Great advice.
Maybe 24 hours even if you want to play it safe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I got another one. Someone's epoxy froze during the Texas freeze. Is it still usable? First of all, I'm so sorry to hear you experienced that. We're here for you. If you need anything. Cold epoxy.
Cold epoxy. I don't think I've ever actually dealt with cold epoxy before.
It's gotten down to maybe 50 in here. And that's easy.
Yeah.
That's we're
not
fine.
Great. Yeah. I would honestly, off the dome, I've not experienced the frozen epoxy thing. I know it does mess with some of the chemical structures of it from what my understanding.
Okay.
But I think we're going to have to loop back on that with the tech question there. But
we will. You can get an answer sooner if you email info@alumilite.com.
That's right.
That'll get you our technical services team. So really any of these questions, if you ever have them, you can send us a message, you can text us, whatever, but you can also email our awesome team because they know, honestly, way more than Jordan and I do combined.
Yep.
So we usually go to them and then answer your question. It's the same process.
It's those interesting, nuancy, interesting questions.
I know with just cold epoxy, just bring it up to a nice room temperature before you use it. You can pre-warm your bottles in a warm water bath before you mix and pour, but that will speed up the cure time. So if you do that with Amazing Quick Coat, it is going to fire off a lot faster. Keep that in mind before warming them to, say, 70, 75 degrees.
Yep. Cool. Other questions? What else? Anything else? I mean, we tried to keep it simple for y'all. We tried to keep it
I think we did a good job. It's so easy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I don't know what else to say,
easy.
y'all. I mean,
Look at it. It looks great.
15-minute open time.
Yeah.
46 hours tank free. Alumilite.com. That's the only place you can get it right now. So if you're going to leave this live, or wherever you are, and you're going to leave it right now to go get it, I understand. Please leave now. Please go get your stuff. No questions asked. But if you're still sticking around here and you have more questions, or you have application ideas, things that you want to see us try out or do, or more questions, more experiments you want to see us run, please throw those in the comments right now. Let us know. I'm putting out the science video that compares them.
Yes, tomorrow. Keep an eye out.
Sounds like I should do a resin safety video, maybe.
It sounds like.
I can do that.
have another question.
Okay, fire away.
Can I coat, let's say, a clear, slow bowl with Amazing Quick Coat?
Yeah. Why not?
Sweet.
Great idea.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
Easy.
No, urethanes and epoxies, just make sure both, make sure whatever the base is, let's say it's clear, slow.
Yep.
Something like that. Make sure it's fully cured, right? You don't want two opposite or two different chemical reactions fighting with each other.
Yep.
Right? That's no bueno.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right? So we want fully cured, clear or clear slow. Then you can scuff it up. You can add whatever surface area increasing that you want to do.
Yep.
Then add your Amazing Quick Coat for like a final seal coat.
Bada bang.
Or something like that. Easy peasy, right?
You can use it as a top coat. It's FDA compliant, which is cured for 3 to 5 days. Tumblers, cutting boards.
Keep going.
Bowls. I don't know. Other things you make with resin.
It's like,
Y'all know a lot more than we do. So
I was gonna say there's honestly not a limit to the applications you can do with this, right?
Incredible.
You can do a bunch of different stuff, and there's things that we're even experimenting with ourselves, right?
Yes, we are.
Is this a way to smooth out 3D prints a lot faster? You know, we're going to test it out. We're going to try it out ourselves. If you want to try it out too, please do. Let us know the results that you have. That's a great way to see how this stuff works. I will say there was some silicone that has, platinum silicone has cure inhibition with certain materials. Topic for another time.
We'll get to silicones. We've got so many.
But I was really bothered. I really wanted to mold this certain object, and it wasn't working for me.
I was there. I remember.
There. It was a bad moment. Not a great one. But I grabbed some Quick Coat. I actually coated the object itself.
Yep.
Let it sit for 4 hours. Let it get tack-free. Let it cure overnight even. Made a mold of it. Done.
No inhibition.
No inhibition. Worked perfectly.
Great.
I made sure I coated it. I made sure I got everything done. But I essentially blocked all the stuff that causes cure inhibition with platinum silicones with Amazing Quick Coat, and it worked perfectly. It was great.
Awesome.
I was so happy. So,
awesome.
Another use for you.
What a success story. We've got a question coming in. We already kind of touched on this. Sure. The hardness when cured, does it compare to others? I think it's actually a little bit harder than Plus.
It is a little bit harder than Plus, right? Plus has the UV inhibitors. I don't know why my brain's not working today. Has the UV inhibitors, right? Which is one of those toggle switches that we like to flip, right? So ACC Plus has 75 shore hardness on the D scale. Amazing Quick Coat has 81. And then ACC, regular Amazing Clear Cast, and Amazing Deep Pour are both 80 as well.
Oh, perfect.
So you're looking at a family that is just
tough. That's a tough family.
Right?
Yeah.
Durable family.
You don't want to run into that family.
No, definitely not.
To sand. I know a lot of people like to sand between tumbler coats, or let's say countertop.
Yep.
How long would you wait to sand? Would it just be the 4 to 6 hours? Would you wait the 3 to 5 days? Obviously, you've got your respirator on when you're sanding.
I
Noted.
hope so.
Noted.
You better. Yeah, I would say, speaking personally for me,
Yes.
I would wait 24 hours to
Okay.
sand instead of the 4 to 6. If you're doing the 4 to 6, that's when it's just become tack-free.
Okay.
And so you're going to start this like deep scratching process.
Might be a little sludgy under there
well,
still.
it won't feel, it wouldn't be wet or anything like that. It would just feel, I'll call it grippy. Well, that's probably the best word I can come up with off the dome. It would feel a little extra grippy than it really needed to. So if you give it an overnight before you sand, that'll go a little bit easier. Or just wait a couple more hours. Give it as much time as you can before you start the sanding process. So that's what I would say if it were me, if you were in between like a Tumbler pass or something like that. We did send this to one of the best tumbler makers out there.
Yes, we did.
And we're not going to steal their thunder at this point, but they really liked it, and they sanded
And
it.
they will have a tutorial out this week.
Get excited for that one as well.
Lots of good stuff coming out through the length of the week.
We're happy. I'm celebrating.
We are.
It's been a
All
lot of
week,
work getting here.
We're just going to make stuff with this for a while, show it off. We'll repost our affiliates. We did ahead of time send it to a handful of affiliates to see how they liked it, to see what they could use it for. So you'll see that content being reshared on our page if you have questions about certain applications. We can't do it all here, which is unfortunate because we try and we fail
all the time.
a lot.
But it's good. It's good. We're learning.
Yes.
So, unless there's any other questions today,
No, we are wrapped up.
I think we wrap
What
it
a
up for the day.
success.
Fantastic success. Amazing Quick Coat. Instagram. Get out of here. Go to alumilite.com. Go get your amazing Quick Coat
Yep.
while you can.
Head to our
YouTube.
page. The link's there.
The link's there. YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Same thing. Alumilite.com. Amazing Quick Coat. Just amazing Quick Coat right in the search bar. Get you just right to the
You
page.
could even just search quick and it would show up. If you're like, I gotta get it now, just type in quick. It's there.
Quick search for Quick
It's
Coat.
there.
Easy
It's
peasy.
there.
All right. Till
You
next
got
time,
it.
everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.